My question is from Victoria. Hi, Victoria.
Hi.
That's a fun bit you just did.
Hello, I'm Jack Quaid from The Boys.
Hi, I'm Karen Fukuhara.
And I'm Karl Urban.
Hey, I'm Nathan Mitchell, Black Noir from The Boys.
Hi guys, I'm Antony Starr. I play Homelander on the TV show The Boys.
Hi, I'm Claudia Doumit. I play Victoria Newman on The Boys.
I'm Eric Kripke. I'm a writer and producer of The Boys. Today we are answering Twitter questions from you Twitter people. First question for me is from Anna Carolina. What's it like to produce a show that's totally unlike the traditional superhero movies you grew up watching? Good question, Anna. It's really fun. I'm having the best time I've ever had at work. You know, I think we get to have all the fun of making a superhero thing. We feel like mischievous kids who are getting away with something.
The first tweet is from Gabriella, and her question is, how was it like to finally shoot the fight against Homelander after all this time? Thank you for your question, Gabrielle. It's a great question. You know what? It was really great. I think both Jack and I were really excited to finally be able to take it to the soups, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And we are just really, I think, blown away by the fan response. It's great to see that you guys had as much fun with watching that fight as we had making it. So, thank you for that.
My question is from Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Has your character ever surprised you in a scene you had to shoot? Like, really, do I have to do this? Yeah, literally every page that I turn, I'm speed dialing Eric going, do I really have to do this? And literally it can go anywhere. And so every time I read a script, I'm just like, I just get excited. It's a total joy. Thanks for your question.
This is from Luana de Souza. How was it like to play Kimiko? How was it to act using sign language? Thank you so much for your question. It was so much fun. I have the best time playing Kimiko. I'd like to think I get the best of both worlds because I get to be, vulnerable and at the same time a total kicking ass badass. And I get to work with the best people ever. The sign language has been amazing as well. I mean, it was a journey to get to where she is, and this season especially, the connection between Frenchie and Kimiko deepens because they can communicate through this sign language.
Oh, okay. My question is from Miss Red Swift. And the question is, tell us a funny story that happened behind the scenes of season 3. There was a particularly bloody scene that we shot. It was the first episode, and it was a fight in an alleyway, covered in blood for many hours, all day, very gruesome. But in between takes, we were playing Scrabble. And it was very wholesome and a lot of fun. And it was just like we were one happy family, even though I killed Tony and he was playing Scrabble with one hand and
like a T-Rex.
It was very sweet and beautiful, and that's how we played Scrabble.
And we have a Twitter question from Bet Cools. How was it like recording Black Noir scenes talking to the animated characters? It was a lot of fun, and I actually just remembered this the other day. When I was prepping for it, I love Pokemon. So what I did is I imagined Charmander and Pikachu. Like, what if Charmander was talking to me? What if Pikachu was talking to me? So I made them up in my head, and for a few weeks I was working on that. And so when we got to set that day, it was like Charmander was taking my hand and leading me to the stage, and he was giving me a pep talk. It was really beautiful. It was like I was 10.
This one is from Skarsgård DL. Either way, it's from Sammy. Thank you for your question, Sammy. Sammy says, what do you think of Huey's new power? If you could choose, what power would you have preferred Huey to have? It's a really great question. Thank you for that. I actually really liked Huey's new power. I know that in order for Huey to teleport, he has to be naked on the other side, so that was a little bit awkward in the beginning. But I think the more I thought about it, the more I thought it was a great power for Huey to have because he's a character who always wants to probably leave the precarious situations that he's in. At the end of the day, it was just kind of funny. It makes sense that your clothes wouldn't come with you if you teleported. So that was actually kind of great for me. But if I could choose, maybe just for those days on set where I'm naked the whole day, maybe Huey can teleport but keeps his clothes on. That's what I'd prefer.
This question is from Sophia. How did you feel when you found out that The Boys is a huge success in Brazil? I was thrilled. I actually heard it very early. There's something about this country. They're so amazing and passionate. The fans here that are just so incredible, who just immediately embrace my weirdness, which is like a delight and has been like really amazing. And I have to say, like, the fans here have been unlike the fans anywhere in the world. Like, in terms of their warmth and how welcoming they are, I've just never seen anything like it.
Wendy at S. Llewellyn. How was it to shoot Butcher's flashbacks showing more of his emotional side? And how do you think this is going to change his character's arc? Well, thank you, Wendy. That's a great question. I really enjoyed the opportunity to peel back the onion a little bit more on Butcher this year and sort of get to the core of what his pain and trauma is, you know, and I feel that, you know, in doing so, an audience can sort of really get to understand why he was so ill-equipped to, you know, be a parental figure to Ryan, because he just never had a good one. So, and again, I think that's a great tribute to Eric Kripke and his writing team. That, you know, even characters who do, you know, at times morally questionable things, you can at least empathize with them at certain points through their journey, because they're just as fallible and human as everybody else. How do I think this is going to change his character's arc? I really don't know. I mean, none of us really know where the story's going. That's in the genius brain of Eric Kripke and his wonderful team of writers. And, you know, we just know that we're all super thrilled to be coming back for season 4. We can't wait to deliver you guys more boys TV. So, obrigado.
All right, I've got a question from Letitia. I believe that Homelander is a very complex and difficult character to play. So how was your process to develop him, and what was the hardest part of that development, I guess? Thanks for the question. It is a very complex character. To be honest, I never know what I'm going to do until I get on set, and then things just sort of have a way of falling into place. So it's an ongoing process, and one of the great things about this show is that in this show, Crazy Boss here and his wonderful writing team, they keep the characters evolving like people evolve in real life. So we never get that question, which is a pet peeve of mine, is hearing actors go, my character wouldn't do that, to which my answer would always be, well, what if they did? You know, discover that, you know, have a look at that. And I think that's what keeps the show fresh and enjoyable. Certainly it keeps me hungry to keep doing it. And the hardest part, I don't really know what the hardest part is, because I think I've got a lot of rope as well. I'm given a lot of rope to really push out in different directions and experiment, and I think the hardest part is probably for the editors, cutting out all the extraneous stuff and getting the line that they want to walk. But that's one of the great things about the show as well, is that we have that flexibility and room to move. We're given it. So the hardest part is the time off. You know, I love this job. Saccharine moment.
Unexpected.
Very
sweet.
No, that was
It's
sweet.
true. I love it. I haven't had a job like this. I love it.
This tweet is from @Minerva_Wood, aka Ju. Obrigada. Thank you so much for your question. What was it like recording the musical scene at the hospital? And what was your favorite scene to shoot? The musical sequence was a dream come true. As an actor, I never thought that I would be able to do any kind of singing or dancing in my entire career. And I found that the one mute character on this bloody show got to do it. And I just found myself really grateful in that moment on set. I remember turning over to Tomer, my scene partner, and telling him how lucky I felt and how grateful I was that we got the opportunity to do something like this. I've got to say that might have been my favorite scene to shoot, although I have many favorite scenes. The other ones are the dildo fight sequence, and then also all the quieter moments that Frenchie and Kimiko get. They support one another through everything, and yeah, those quieter moments are very special to me. Thank you so much. Obrigada.
I have a tweet, and it is from Ana Clara Tavora, which is, how did it feel to show more of Victoria Newman's background this season? I was so excited to dive into that, because she's typically a character that's really shrouded in a lot of mystery, and you don't really know what her motive is, and you don't really know where her allegiances lie. You have no idea where she really falls. So I will say, when I got the script that basically said Stan Edgar was her father figure, and Stan Edgar was in her home, I was like, holy shit. That was a fun moment for me. But also, it's always endlessly fascinating whenever you get a nice new piece of information about your character, because it just completes the puzzle more and more. So thanks for throwing me a bunch of personal stuff this season.
Sure.
It was fun. It was great. I mean, it was heartbreaking.
This question is from @Binho Melo Oficia. Either way, Binho, hello. Thank you for your question. How did Brazil welcome you? Did it match your expectations? What was it like meeting your Brazilian fans? It was amazing. I mean, I think we all got tweets as soon as the show started premiering saying, we love the show, please come to Brazil. So the fact that I'm finally here has just been very surreal and incredible, and the Brazilian fans did not disappoint. You guys have been so wonderful and warm and kind, and we're so honored that you guys love our show and that you're fans, and we're coming back, because how can we not? You guys are absolutely wonderful, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Obrigado.
All right, we have a question from Hunter Life SPN, and Victoria asks, how is it for you to shoot action scenes? Is the training hard? There is a lot that goes into the action scenes that we prepare in the show. We have a whole stunt team that does an amazing job, and they help us and they work with us, and they do a lot as well. And for me, I did Taekwondo, growing up. It was a black belt. I did 10 years about. So that helps whenever I have to jump in and do something. But again, we have a huge, network of people who train and who contribute. But I think the main thing I do is I nap and I eat cookies, so. Golden
His
Oreos.
training is rigorous.
Yeah, mainly that, and then I take a 2-hour nap before, the 2-hour nap after. Watch some cartoons. That's pretty much it.
It's really impressive because he doesn't speak and he's masked. This guy has put as much work into that character, if not more, than anyone else on the show. It's really
And it reads too.
Because
it
does.
It reads. It
There's
comes
one.
across.
I love the one where he's just like massacred a bunch like a family, and he's got the little toy, and the kids in the room, and he's just like,
Yeah, there's so many great little touches.
it's so nuanced. Or like
Yeah.
the when he takes the chip out, the thing, and
he hands it to the woman.
and he's like. It's so specific.
like some? Would you like some?
Yes, he's so polite.
He's a delicate soul and a Darth Vader body.
That's the best way to
That's
put
right.
it. Yep.
Thank you so much for your questions.
Hey guys, so thank you so much for the Twitter Q&A. It's my first time here. I love you all and obrigado. I can't wait to come back.
And be sure to watch The Boys Season 3 on Prime Video.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
Thanks for tuning in.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.